Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this free training where we're going to go step by step on how to create your first digital product using AI. Today, if you follow every single step, you can literally launch this week. So, before we dive in, please tell me in the chat where are you tuning in from? I would love seeing how far we can reach this training, and tell me about your business and about what you're planning to create, what you're an expert in, what's your ideal niche, ideal client. Share with me so that I can use you as an example further on when we are live during the training. Let me open my comments here. All right, so let's make this time worth it. Turn off any distractions, grab a notebook if possible, and take serious action. The step by step that I'm going to share with you today, you can definitely start making money as soon as possible if you follow every single step and take action. This is not the typical webinar where I'm going to teach you a bit and then pitch you something. No, literally just with the free training, you can start making money, but it all depends on you, right? If you actually do the work that you're going to learn today. Let me put my face right here. It would be ideal. So let's start. If you have Instagram, feel free to take a photo during the training, tag me at I'm Maria Cristal. Good things are meant to be shared, and I really hope you get so much value from this training today. And maybe your post inspires someone else to start, or even inspires your own clients to say, hey, I saw you doing your online business. What's that about? And ask about your own offers. What's my purpose today? My purpose today is not to overwhelm you, even though it's a lot of information, but it's to show you a clear, simplified path, one that can help you launch and sell a digital offer with what you already know. Even if you're starting from scratch without a big audience or having the tech skills, I'll also tell you how I did it so you can see what's possible. So, thank you so much for being here today. Who's this training for? I want to challenge three types of people. First of all, professionals. If you have a skill or knowledge and you want to package it, this is for you. Second, entrepreneurs. Maybe you already sell something, but you want to scale or automate the process. And third, aspiring creators, those who feel stuck or uncertain, but know that they have something to share. If you're one of these, you're in the right place, and please let me know in the comments which identifies you. Are you a professional? Are you an entrepreneur? Or are you a creator? A very important reminder. I know what you're thinking. Is it really possible to make money online? And I get it. We've seen so many scams, so many unrealistic promises, but here's the truth. Yes, it's possible to make money online when you have the right strategy, the right tools, and the right mindset. That's why I'm here to show you today. Okay? And most of the people I worked with feel stuck because the tech feels overwhelming, because they don't know what product to sell, or because they feel like they don't have an audience. But none of that is a reason to stop. It's just the starting point, and we're going to solve that together. Why should you create an online course? There are so many ways to earn money online, but digital products are very special. You create them once and sell them over and over again. You can impact people in different countries. You can work from anywhere. And most importantly, you can do meaningful work that actually builds wealth. Okay? So a digital product will help you build a digital business. A lot of people think that launching a course, launching a workshop is just a one-time thing. But really, it's the foundation of starting a new business. It becomes your lead magnet, it becomes your income stream, it becomes your authority builder. It's the core of a digital system that works for you. And if you're here today, it's because you want to earn more money without guessing, you want to share your knowledge, you're stuck in decision paralysis, You want to help, you want to serve others because you've achieved a lot. You want to start your own online business without being invisible anymore. You see already others succeeding outside, and you know there's so much market and there's money available. Money wanting to knock your door, and you haven't even opened the door for it. Okay? You're also here because you don't want to waste your potential, and you post and post on social media but get no results. Please let me know in the comments if you actually relate to what I just shared. Maybe you're stuck in a 9 to 5. Maybe you want more freedom, comment freedom if that's it. Maybe you want extra income. Maybe you want to do a work or a job that actually fulfills you. Okay? And you're tired of not getting results online. Okay? Now, who's this training not for? People who refuse to commit to themselves, who avoid taking action. Many courses, they subscribe to everything, they sign up to literally every single lead magnet, and they never take action. This is not for someone who thinks results come overnight, that don't enjoy helping others, that don't believe in education or digital products. This is not for everyone. If you're not ready to invest in yourself, to take consistent action, or looking for an overnight success without any effort, then this room is not for you. Who this is for? Well, I already mentioned, maybe you're stuck in your job. You have a passion, but you haven't monetized it. You're not sharing that passion. And it doesn't have to be a degree. Maybe it's something that since you're a kid, everyone in your family, friends always asks about this to you. Can you help me with what are people already asking for? And you might possibly be helping for free. This is for coaches, therapists, consultants, creators, instructors who want to build a business aligned with who they actually are. Okay? And I want to be honest, I didn't start with a list, an audience, or a big launch team. Mil gracias. I discovered this method that helped me to go from zero to up to $32,000 in just 10 days. And today I want to share with you the steps I followed so you can build your own version of success. Okay? As I've mentioned, it doesn't mean you won't have to work. Let's get real. Digital products give freedom, but it doesn't mean you have to skip the work. You need to show up, especially at the beginning, because what changes is how you work with purpose, with clarity, and automation behind you. And maybe you're thinking, I don't want to be on camera. I don't want to create content. Maybe you're camera shy. Maybe you're not a fan of social media. And guess what? I have good news for you, because you can start building a digital business. You can sell workshops, you can sell templates, audio trainings, coaching sessions, all without becoming a content machine. Or you can help another expert with what I'm showing you today. Okay? I used to fear posting anything. What would people say? 5 seconds before I went live here, I was like, am I seriously going to do this today? Okay? I'm a mom of a 2-year-old, an 8-month baby, and I didn't finish everything on time. But here I am. Because when you set a date, things happen. And I told everyone today we were going to do this training on how to build with AI. Okay? Will people judge me? Yeah, probably. But visibility is a skill, not a personality trait. Okay? You get better by doing this. And the truth is, no one's judging. They're watching to see if you're actually going to lead them somewhere. Okay? This is a screenshot of the first time I overcame my fear of launching. It was during the pandemic, 2020. My offline school closed. I was like, okay, now what? I signed up to a Kajabi free trial, and in less than 28 days, I had sold my first $1,000. I immediately paid a full year of Kajabi. And now I've gone up to more than 6 figures online. And I discovered what I really want to do: empower others and transform lives. When you show up, when you share your story, your expertise, you're not just building a business, you're empowering others, you're giving people tools that will change their own lives. And that's the beauty of this work. It's not about selling, but about serving others. So let's pause for a second, and I want you to think, what does freedom actually mean to you? What does success look like for you? Is it more time with family? Is it traveling while you work? Eating without earning money without burnout? Hold on to that vision, because everything we're building here is meant to take you closer to that. Okay? So how do we create your online system? This is where it all comes together. Your offer, your positioning, your tech, working together in a system that attracts people, nurtures them, and sells while you sleep. It's not about hacks. It's about building a reliable, repeatable structure that frees you up. But most people do what I call hope marketing. And let me know if this is you. Create something, post it on social media, and hope someone buys. Does that sound familiar? The problem is that's not a business. That's gambling. What I'm proposing to you today is completely different. A proven model that you can follow step by step, even if you have no experience. Maybe you've even tried launching before. Maybe you've created an online course, a digital product, you shared it online and then waited. That's hope marketing. Today, you'll get to learn a different strategy to sell anything online. To turn what you know into a profitable business, you don't need to reinvent yourself. You need 3 things. You need clarity. The biggest problem is that you don't know how to do it. You've already seen so many YouTube videos. It's that you have too much information and no clarity. And without clarity, there's no action. And without action, there are no results. I bet you've taken courses, you've watched all those YouTube playlists, you've read the books, but you're still stuck. The issue isn't knowledge. The issue is a lack of clarity, and clarity is exactly what we're creating today, so you can finally move forward. You also need a simple structure to communicate and offer your product digitally. Structure is what creates freedom. When you know the exact steps that you're going to follow and how to organize your offer, the overwhelm disappears. That's what makes things real. A structure turns your idea into something that you can actually build and sell. Okay? And finally, we need a system that builds trust. This is the invisible piece most people miss. If people don't trust you, they won't buy. No matter how great your product is. And today we will see how we can actually build that trust automatically using tools and systems that work for you behind scenes. A lot of people try to build websites, post content online, design logos before they even know what they're selling. And that's why we start here. If you want to make money online, you need to have a product, digital or not, to sell. And you can sell anything. I want to make this clear. In your digital business, you can sell anything. You don't have to fit in a box. Whether you're selling your skills, your knowledge, or someone else's, there's room for that in the digital world. You can sell knowledge, yours or someone else's. like I do. I launch myself and I launch others. I sell what I know, and I also sell other people's knowledge through my agency. If you've ever helped someone solve one problem, it could be so simple, you already have something to sell. And maybe you're not ready to teach something yourself, so you can work behind scenes. You don't need to be the one on socials. You don't have to show your face, and you help someone else turn their knowledge into income. You can also sell your services. I sell services too, using this same strategy. Maybe you're a psychologist, maybe you're a nutritionist, a doctor, a coach, or any type of professional who works with people. This can work for you too. Maybe you already have a service-based business. And this model will work to attract clients online, automate your marketing, and stop relying on word of mouth. You can also sell physical products, clothing, jewelry. Everything is being sold online. If you're not using the internet to sell, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And while we'll focus mostly on digital products today, it's important to know that the strategy works for other kind of products as well. Digital is easier to scale and much cheaper to deliver, and that's why I recommend it if you're starting. But there's one specific type of product that brings freedom and much more income. You can charge $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, no limits. And the cost to create and deliver it is extremely low. You don't need to sell low ticket items to make money. In fact, selling fewer, higher value products is a much faster path to profit. And when you're selling something that genuinely transforms lives, people will always pay for it. The cost to produce and deliver these digital products is very low. No inventory, no office, no large team required. That's why I love this model. You can literally create your first products using only your phone. No fancy setup, no staff. Okay? It's the smartest way to start a business in today's world. In a traditional business, you need market research to avoid losing money. You have to design the product, the prototype, testing, iteration, mass production, logistics, warehousing. Then maybe you try to sell this. And if people don't like it, we have to start over. That process can take months and thousands of dollars. With a digital product, you can validate your idea first, then build exactly what people want. No, I'm not thinking of, you're not going to go and start recording a course. No, stay until the end because I'm going to show you what you're going to do today. Okay? And you might be thinking, Crystal, I don't have money to invest. I'm just starting out. I don't know anything. I don't think this is for me. If these are your thoughts already, don't worry. It's completely normal. I had them too when I started. Why? Because we've been taught that building a business means risking a lot of money and possibly losing it all. But online businesses or digital businesses are different. You can start lean, you can validate your idea first, and then you can scale without taking huge risks. Think with me. If you're starting now, would you rather invest thousands of dollars, an office, employees, or create a product using just your phone? Option A is what most people think they actually need. But option B, creating a product with your phone and selling it online, is how you have to start. What's an info product? It's information packaged to create a real transformation. It solves real problems in someone's life, and it's not physical. Whether you're a psychologist, a coach, a teacher, a designer, a consultant, or someone who has experience, You can create a digital product, a course, a class, a workshop, a guide, a mentorship, a membership. You don't need to be an influencer. You don't need a massive audience. You need experience that solves a real problem, and I'll help you turn that into a digital product. Even ebooks, guides, apps, coaching, courses. But it's not about teaching for the sake of teaching. It's about solving real life problems. It's not about credentials. It's about results. If you can help someone go from point A to point B, they will pay you for that shortcut. And that's what makes digital products so powerful. If someone wants to learn how to cook, then sell a recipe book. Someone wants to switch careers, then sell an online course. You don't need a university degree. People are not paying for titles. They are paying for solutions. Okay? And in the info products world, you need no store inventory, no packaging, no shipping costs. The product is completely delivered online, and you can charge what it's really worth without shipping anything. Someone buys, they receive it instantly. This is why they're profitable, fast to deliver, scalable, and you get to keep more of what you earn. I sell my own products and I sell other people's products, and my students do too. Knowledge isn't power. Power is turning what you know into income. And I want you to remember something. You already have something valuable, something people would pay to learn. So please monetize what you know, that it can help others while you build your own freedom. And you might be thinking, Crystal, but I don't have any knowledge like that. I find that hard to believe. But even if it's true, then you can sell someone else's knowledge. And the best part, you don't even need to be on camera. You can sell what you know, partner with someone who has the knowledge, turn a service into a product, or even sell physical products using this strategy. There are so many ways to start. But let's talk about pricing. Imagine you have a solid gold necklace or a big diamond, and I tell you it costs $6,000. Some might say that's expensive. Some might say that's cheap. But you wouldn't be surprised because you know it's valuable. Now, imagine if I tried to sell a plastic necklace for $6,000. You would laugh at me because plastic is cheap. With digital products, it's the same. The value isn't the time to make it. It's the transformation it provides. So this is not about, and people come a lot to me with, oh, it has 8 models. How many should it cost? How much should it cost? I'm like, what's the transformation people actually get? Okay. With information, people don't know if it's expensive or cheap because it's abstract. The value depends on how well it will solve a problem in someone's life. And that's the secret to pricing. If you solve something painful, like financial struggle, burnout, lack of clarity, they'll pay. Price based on outcome, not on effort. Personally, I help people generate $5,000 in 10 days. That solves big problems like not having enough money, being trapped in a job, not pursuing their dreams, not being able to buy the house or the car they dream of, or not having time to watch their kids. If you solve problems, everything changes. That's why people are willing to pay $497, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $10,000, not for videos in a course, but for the result those videos will actually get them. Okay? Information is an abstract concept. Most people don't know how to assign the value to it. So if they can't define its worth, you will. This is your opportunity. You're not selling information, you're selling transformation. And when people have no idea how much something is worth, you get to position it as you want. Okay? So you charge what it's worth. You define it, you charge fairly for that transformation. That's why I love this type of product. In my opinion, it's the fastest path to making your first $5,000 in 10 days. Think about it. If your products cost $500, you only need 10 buyers to make your first $5,000. 10 people to believe in you and your offer. Let that sink in. See that this isn't about becoming an influencer overnight. No, you just need clarity, you need confidence, and you need a solid offer. And I'll show you how to build this starting today. And you might be thinking, I have no idea what to create, or I chose an idea, but I'm afraid it won't sell. Let's validate that. This is where most people are stuck. Either they have too many ideas or they're frozen by fear. And the solution is very, very simple. Use a proven method to choose and validate your idea before building it. And for this, we're going to use the PSD method. I'm going to help you choose the products you're going to create and validate if you're on the right track. The P for passion. Does the topic actually excite you? Can you see yourself talking about this in 10 years? Would you enjoy learning about it? Everything becomes easier when you care about what you're doing. If you wouldn't want to talk about this again and again, you're not the right fit. If you're going to actually spend time on this, choose something that energizes you, not drains you. Okay? The S on the PSD method is your skill. Do you have results that show you know how to help others in this area? Can you actually guide someone clearly? This is essential if you want to earn $5,000 in 10 days. Think about your experience, professional background, client results, or even your own transformation. Where were you 5 or 10 years ago? If you've done it once, you can help others do it too. And if you feel that you don't have the skill yourself, there's still a path. Oh, I don't have a specific skill. Don't worry. The good news is you don't have to be the expert. You can partner with someone who has the skill and bring the strategy, the structure, or the marketing to the table. Everything I teach you. Believe me, there are more skilled experts than people who know how to sell online. That's your superpower. Okay? Even if you don't have any specific skill yet, you can learn one of the rarest and most powerful business skills, marketing that actually gets results and selling what people really need. However, if you are going to partner with someone, there are 3 conditions required. This expert, this someone, it could be a friend, family member, or an acquaintance. They must have a skill that solves a real problem. They have to be very passionate, and you must enjoy working with them because you will be building together. I have to be honest. I have clarity calls. If I don't feel a vibe, I'm done. It happened to me last week in a call. And this person in the middle of the call said, "Are you seriously telling me you don't want to work with me? Because then I don't want to work with you either." You know when you can work with someone as soon as you start talking with them. Okay? If they're hard to communicate Or maybe you don't feel they're fully committed. Don't do it. Because you're building something serious. You're building a business. So bring someone who brings both the competence and the good energy to the table. Because your end of this business is not easy. Okay? And finally, the D for demand. Passion and skill aren't enough if no one wants to buy. So you need people actively searching for what you offer. Imagine creating a perfect product and no one wants it. That's why we validate before we build. We don't guess. We check what people are actually searching for. Use the Google Keyword Planner. Type your topic, see how many people are actually searching for it. The more searches, the more potential demand. This tool is completely free. It gives you real data so you can stop guessing and start validating your idea with confidence. If people are already searching a solution, you're one step ahead. Have you seen a lot of ads in your niche? That's not bad. That's great. It means people are actually buying. That's the myth. Too much competition is bad. No, competition equals demand. If others are paying for ads, it's because their products are selling. That's a green light for you. Find the Meta ads library, Facebook ads library. Check what others are sharing. What are the ads that your competition has on? What's the copy? The hook, the call to action. Where are they taking picture? Learn from them. Learn from others. It doesn't have to be your specific industry. So does your product have potential? Validate it before you invest time or money. You don't need to spend months creating something, only to find out that no one wants it. Validation comes first. Creation comes after. That's the smart, low-risk way to building a business. Please don't create blindly. Validate before you invest your time and your energy. Okay? Do a quick survey, check the search engines, look at how many ads exist. If people are buying similar things, there's a good sign. Okay? So this is how you will choose what to sell and how you know whether it will succeed. And maybe you think you're far from making this happen, but if you're here right now listening to this training, if you're watching this, you're very closer than you think. When you learn how to turn your story, your experience, your trajectory into an offer, your whole life changes. I lived it, so did my clients. And now it's your turn. Okay? You don't need to be the tech expert. You don't need thousands of followers. You need one decision. Because your biggest block isn't time. It's not the tech. It's not the fear of time. It's thinking that this isn't for me. So it's in your mindset that we have to change something. What's the number one mistake people make when they're trying to launch an online or digital business? Thinking, I need to record everything so perfectly before they sell. But here's the truth. You can sell before your product is finished. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a validated strategy. It's called selling to validate, and it protects your time, your energy, your motivation. You will build the full product once you know people want it. Okay? When I launched my first course, I didn't have followers. I didn't even have the perfect video. It was in the middle of the pandemic. I didn't know anything about equipment or tools. I locked myself in my closet with a lavalier mic that cost me like $17 on Amazon. I did a presentation and I didn't put my face. I didn't even show my face, but I did have a plan and the courage to start. I recorded inside my closet, a basic microphone, no camera, no fancy gear, no fancy graphics, one presentation like this, a background, text, and I still made my first $1,000. The key, I sold before I had the perfect product and improved it while I went. Okay? I didn't record everything. I recorded the welcome video and some value lessons. I focused on selling first. First model ready for if someone buys, then they have it. The rest, after they began, I dripped everything. First week, while they were consuming, I was recording second week. Or I've also done it live and refined the content based on feedback. I want you to let go of perfectionism. Most people delay launching for months, trying to make everything so perfect. Meanwhile, they're missing the chance to help others and to earn money. Done will always be better than perfect. That's why most people don't move forward. The fear of making mistakes, the lack of clarity, the perfectionism, not knowing how to structure their content, or the I don't have time for that. We all have the same 24 hours. And you know what? All of this can be solved with two things: a step-by-step system and support. Okay? And that's why today we're going to start building using AI. And first of all, AI is not here to replace you. It's here to speed you up. If you've never used AI before, don't worry. I'll show you how to use it in a simple way. No tech skills required. I want you to start seeing AI as your creative assistant. It helps you brainstorm, organize, write, and refine fast. Okay? So let's build a business together. Let me see if in the comments anyone wants to share what's your expertise. What are you good at? Otherwise, I will have to come up with something. My idea, I have nothing ready. My idea is to help someone build, whoever is live that wants to say what you're good at, and I'll try to build your business with you together live. Okay? Let's see if someone wants to be the one that I'm going to use for the example. If in the following minute, you can actually share with me what you're very good at, what people already buy from you. Let me check on the comments. Nothing yet. So maybe I'll come with this here in the back end. So what we're going to do is basically, I'm going to open AI in my back end. We're going to start with a simple idea. Let me think what we're going to come up with and build together. Okay? So, first of all, we want to identify our ideal client's pain points. Okay? Let me move my face a bit here. Identify our ideal clients and pain points. Let me check comments again. I just want to know that no one wants to share. Okay, Claribel, awesome. Claribel just gave me an idea. So let me take note of this. And now, in my backend, I'm going to start using my prompts to help build this business. Okay? The topic, based on Claribel's sharing here, is Agile Scrum Master Training. So we want to first know what kind of person is currently facing an urgent problem that could be solved with her expertise. Okay, so I'm going to ask AI, and here on screen for you guys, I'm going to open a Google Doc where we're going to add all the content for her to start her online business. Okay, so here Let me make sure you guys can see the example. We're building this for an Agile Scrum Master training for Claribel Sedano. Claribel, thank you for being the example. Okay. So first of all, Claribel, I want you to share if this makes sense for what you already know and the ideal clients you already know. Based on her expertise, her ideal customer is a mid-level to senior professional in tech, product, or project management role. They are either newly promoted or transitioning into agile environments, could also include consultants or corporate trainers looking to upskill and resell agile training. 30 to 45 is the age. What are the top 3 to 5 urgent problems that they're willing to pay to solve quickly? Oh, I was promoted to manage agile teams, but I have no formal training or practical tools. So the solution, a fast-track Scrum Master Digital Bootcamp. Or my team is not following it properly and productivity is dropping. Or I need to get certified fast to land a new job. I'm a corporate trainer or coach who wants to add Agile Scrum to my services, but don't have the materials or the structure. Their problem also is my stakeholders don't understand it and I struggle to communicate the value. Does this make sense for your ideal clients? For what you already know, because you have to be an expert. Even if we use AI, AI doesn't replace you. You have to have the knowledge to build this, okay? Now that we could identify our ideal clients, we want to detect what's the most profitable opportunity here, okay? So now, let's go back here, and one of these problems we are going to, with AI, turn it into a first or next, if you already have an online business, sellable digital product, okay? The idea that AI just gave me to detect a profitable opportunity for her is this one. A Scrum Certification Accelerator, pass and practice in 7 days. The self-paced online course with an optional live workshop, ideal for aspiring or newly appointed Scrum Masters who urgently need certification and practical confidence to get a job or promotion. Okay? She says it's making sense. Okay? Why is this relevant now? There's a job market urgency. Certifications as a hiring shortcut, overwhelm and fear of failure, and a proven niche solution with global demand. They're not just looking for a theory, they actually want a roadmap to study, the video tutorials, exams, real-world examples, a certificate of completion. Okay? Now, let's go to our next step. We want to actually create something in record time. We want something in record time. So we will try to find with AI 3 to 5 fast product ideas to help to generate a launch ready idea that's fast to build, that's high in perceived value, that's perfect for validating this offer. Okay? Based on that urgent problem, since a certification can take long, we will actually now use this new ideas. Let me have my Google Doc here for you guys to watch. That confirms my thoughts. That's awesome. Okay. So based on the urgent problem we identify, I want to get certified fast to land a new job or promotion. Here are 5 quick win digital product ideas that she can use. I'll share them right here. And it's the Scrum exam cheat sheet, everything you need to pass fast, a starter template where you can run your first sprint like a pro, a 60-minute Scrum crash course, a video mini course, a 3-day challenge to learn Scrum by solving real-life scenarios, or a Scrum interview and resume kit. Okay? Now, we want to craft an irresistible promise for the first digital product. So I'm going to ask AI that based on the top product idea it thinks I should use, create a powerful promise that sells itself. Okay? Now, back to my AI. And here on the doc, we will add this new idea. It says that the goal of starting with something easy to create and sell would be the Scrum exam cheat sheet because it's fast to build, it has a high perceived value, it's perfect for email opt-ins, low ticket sales, and easy to understand. So it created a powerful promise: pass your Scrum certification on your first try in just 7 days or less. No fluff, no overwhelm, just exactly what to study, avoid, and focus on. Perfect for busy professionals with no time to waste, no tech skills required. Do you feel, Claribel, like this is something you want to actually build now? Let's go further on the next step. Now we want to define our format, deliverables, resources, okay? To structure this product like a pro. So here it's giving me the idea. It says to create this Scrum exam cheat sheet as a downloadable PDF guide with a bonus toolkit hosted inside a product online. Let me show it so you guys can see what it's actually providing me with here. And it says, a downloadable PDF guide and bonus toolkit, fast to build and easy to update, low barrier to consume, perceived as high value, perfect lead magnet. And then inside that online course product, besides the PDF, you can have a welcome and study roadmap, what to expect in the 7-day plan, Agile versus Scrum, the roles, the events, and the artifacts, top exam topics, what really shows up on the exam, common mistakes, questions and quick review sheets, and a certification checklist. Okay? Here are some ideas of additional resources if she wants to use them. Okay? Now, let's go and craft a high value offer. The main product, the Scrum exam cheat sheet, will have a transformation-focused description and some bonuses to eliminate objections. Okay? Let me share with you. This is our irresistible offer. Pass your Scrum certification exam on your first try in just 7 days without spending hours reading boring textbook, wasting time on what doesn't show up on the test. Bonuses: this actually works toolkit, a set of real-world use cases and success stories showing how the method helps other professionals if people are doubting that the guide works, a confidence boost session with a value of 97, a short video to reframe their mindset, and a 60-minute study print planner so that they can time block without wasting time. Okay? 7-day confidence guarantee. And now, obviously, it's suggesting that we put this all together, but let's go one step at a time. Okay? Now that we have our high value offer, let's design the perfect logo for this offer. What do you guys think? Or before we design the logo, let's try doing the video script that actually connects and converts with them, okay? And I'm going to share this new script on screen for you guys to see. Claribel, please confirm if this video sales letter makes sense. If this was on your sales page, for example. Sorry if this is taking time, right? It's live. Claribel and I don't even know each other, right, Claribel? She's just attending, and I said, today live, I'm going to help someone build their business with AI, okay? So here's my video sales letter. And it says, before, let me give AI my prompt for her logo. That way we don't have to wait until it finishes, okay? Because since I'm asking for it to build a graphic, it might take more time than the rest of stuff we usually do, okay? So the video sales letter says, have you been staring at the Scrum exam wondering, where do I even start? Or worse, maybe you've already tried and failed or bought some expensive course that just overwhelmed you more. If you need to get certified fast so you can land the job, get promoted, or just feel like you finally get it when people talk about sprints and stand-ups, I created something that's going to change everything for you. It's called the Scrum Exam Cheat Sheet, and it helps people just like you pass with confidence in as little as 7 days, even if they started with 0 experience. Because the truth is, then try to memorize. I've seen the pattern. Let me be clear who I am. I remember what it was like before I built this. Now I get messages from people. Again, what you get, the bonuses, if you take action today, answer common questions, okay? That's a very long video sales letter, but it works, okay? So now let's create our logo. Instead of creating the logo, it immediately suggested what it should be. So let's see it here before we build it. The logo proposal would be a modern minimal icon with clean text layout to reflect the clarity, the focus, and the confidence of an exam prep. It should communicate organization, strategy, and results, okay? It says to use a check mark inside a simplified clipboard, which I don't think, I mean, your logo doesn't have to say what you do. Otherwise, Apple would be selling apples. But okay, and a circular arrow loop with a check mark at the end. So let me see what it builds for me. While it's building the logo, let's see the font selection, very clean, sans serif. It recommends Poppins, Montserrat, a color palette, and the logo text, okay? Which maybe we're creating the product's logo, but we could also create her name as a logo for this, okay? While we create the logo, what would be next? We want a professional mockup that sells for you, okay? So we're going to ask AI to act as a brand designer specialized in products sold online so that we can create a mockup that we can put on our sales page, on our socials, on our emails, anywhere we will be providing or selling this so people can actually showcase, or we can showcase what we really want to build. The idea is to bring an intangible digital product to life with a stunning visual. This will increase the perceived value, okay? This is ideal for your sales page or anything that will have copy, but also you need visuals, social media, emails, ads, whatever you actually need, okay? So this is really taking its time creating the logo. So while it's creating, let's go to our next prompt. We can also create ads that don't look like ads to sell even more, okay? What do we mean with this? We want to create high-performance, low-cost ads like templates, challenges, mini courses. The goal is to spark people's curiosity, okay? And now that we have a logo, let me share it with you. Oh, wow. Where's my logo? It gave me the logo, then erased it. So let me see if it rebuilds it. Okay. So I think it had kind of an issue while building because this is what it prompted me with. However, let me show it to you and see if Claribel thinks this would work for this digital product. Okay. The AI apparently stopped generating, but this is how it will look, the cheat sheet logo for now. Okay. Now we can also build a mock-up that we will use on visuals. While AI is working on the mockup, we can define an irresistible order bump. Does anyone know what an order bump is? It's a complimentary, low effort offer that you will put on checkout to increase your sales instantly without any additional work. Okay. So you're basically increasing your average order value per customer with an autumn. That doesn't overwhelm them, this small, irresistible offer. So that's going to be our next prompt. Let me confirm that I put here my logo. I'm missing my mockup. If we would know Claribel's personal brand, maybe we can use her colors, her graphics, but for now, it just came up with what it suggests. Let's search online how others are using the brand colors for this. Looks colorful in general. But yeah, maybe you just want to differentiate from what's out there. But definitely there are other people doing this. Okay. Which is good. Remember, I said that's very good. Okay. Now, while we define our order bump, we can also define our upsell. What's an upsell? Basically, we want to define the next level offer the buyer will naturally want once they complete the initial product. This allows us to maximize revenue per client and build a full value ladder, like from the low ticket to the mid ticket to the high ticket, okay, inside your platform without needing new traffic or additional headaches they paid. They get an upsell offer, okay? So we're going to try to build a bump and an upsell. I'm just waiting on AI to finish our mockup before we do that. We will create a bump offer. We will define an upsell offer, and we're going to structure that upsell. Okay. Oh, and I completely forgot about creating ads, but because obviously the mockup is taking its time. Okay, so watch this. Here we have our mockup, which I think did so much better than the logo. Look at that. We already have a mockup to start selling this immediately. Okay. If Claribel can share if that works for her, if that would be the ideal mockup for her brand. Okay. Now let's work on our ads. Based on this exam cheat sheet that we're creating. Here are the ads that she will use on socials. Okay, let me share them with you. They're very simple because that's what we actually need. We want high converting ad variations for Meta, for Instagram to generate immediate sales for a very low ticket offer. And here they are. So we have one ad saying, Project Manager, fast tracking guide for project managers. Pass your Scrum certification in 7 days without wasting time. Download now. Scrum cheat sheet for team leaders. Pass your exam with confidence and land the role. Study planner, exam prep bundle for aspiring Scrum masters, etc., etc., etc. So there you have all your creatives. Now let's work on our bump offer. Okay. Let's create our irresistible bump offer. Remember, I was explaining a bit to you what the bump offer does. And the way I like to compare it usually is when you're at the grocery store and you're already paying, but you see a small chocolate, gum, or whatever, and you're like, I'm going to take this because it doesn't cost much, right? And you take it. So that's what a bump offer does. It's right there, like, hi, you're already here at the checkout. Do you want to take this as well? Okay. So here we have some ideas for our bump offer. Exam day toolkit, what to do, bring and expect, a mini prep video and checklist. The decoder, this could be a PDF with a video walkthrough, or a fast packs and 5 real world case studies you can practice today. Okay, very interesting. Now, let's mention here, let's add here the upsell as well. Okay, let's work on our upsell so that we can increase the average order value of our customers. Okay. And after we get the idea for the upsell, we have to structure it. So let me add both prompts so we can move on, because we're going to literally build this at the end as well, okay? So the ideas for the upsell here are Scrum Job Interview Accelerator, a video workshop and worksheet bundle that teaches how to talk, a beginner's playbook, a step-by-step guide with videos and templates, or a makeover kit for the LinkedIn resume, a starter kit with pre-filled briefs, mock team structure, and assignments, or a mini course. Okay? So let's go back to structure this upsell as well. Let's say we go ahead with the interview accelerator. For the interview accelerator as an upsell, it's the logical next step because people just purchased to get certified in 7 days. Their immediate next problem is, how do I turn this certification into a real opportunity? A video tutorial of 15 minutes, a worksheet, a cheat sheet, role play scenarios, and a bonus PDF. Okay, for only $47. Okay, so now that we already have our upsell, let's build a video script for this upsell, okay? Because we already had a video sales letter for our main product. However, we actually want, when people go to checkout, the upsell will appear instead of a thank you page, and we can add a video there for people to watch before they purchase. So this upsell video will say, wait, your purchase isn't complete. Please don't close this page just yet, or you might miss something important. First of all, huge congratulations. You just made a smart move by grabbing your product's name, in this case, the Scrum exam cheat sheet. And you're going to love how easy it is to follow. Blah, blah, blah. Here you have the full script for the upsell. By the end of the week, you'll know exactly what to study, what to ignore, blah, 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 blah. The next challenge is the interview. How do you answer? What do you say? This is where most new Scrum Masters freeze, blah, blah, blah. So you're inviting them to Interview Accelerator for only $97, now for only $47 at the checkout. Imagine you pass your exam, you walk into your interview, and you blank, you know the theory, but you didn't practice, you lose your shot. That will not happen. Click the button below, and I'll see you inside. See how awesome? I love building online businesses. And now with AI, it's so much easier. When I started back in 2020, I think building copy was like my biggest challenge. So that's not an issue you have anymore, okay? So now we also want to offer a downsell, okay? Let's work on a downsell video in case they don't purchase this, okay? Let's go back to our AI and try to use a downsell video script. So let's say when they see your video, they'll see 2 options. Yes, include this in my purchase for only $47, or no, please take me to my purchase. So we're going to add another step, which is going to be a downsell. And this downsell will say, maybe something went wrong, or you might have hesitated at last moment. That's okay. That's why I'm offering you the accelerator with an additional 10% discount only on this page. Okay? So they'll definitely go on and take it. Okay? She says, I love it. That's great to know. Okay? Now that we have our downsell script, we have to finally create and launch this. So for this, we're going to dive into Kajabi. And if you guys don't know what Kajabi is, it's the ideal online platform, my favorite one, where I build my own online business. And Kajabi on their website has their usual pricing. Let's go to kajabi.com/pricing. If you're starting, I highly recommend the basic plan, not the Kickstarter, because it doesn't allow you to put your custom domain. And I don't want you to build like elsewhere that's not your brand as a domain name. It allows you to build at least 3 products, 1 website, 10,000 contacts, unlimited marketing emails, and landing pages. During the month, no, not during the month of July, because it passed already. Until Tuesday, my agency SoluSync and Kajabi have partnered to offer you a 50% discount on Kajabi for 1 full year. So we're going to build now on Kajabi, but if you have not signed up, then you can claim a 50% off during the first full year instead of paying the basic plan, $1,197 total. It would be half of that. Okay, so go ahead, depends on the pricing you see here per month. Calculate, it's a year offer, so you have to pay the full year, but in a huge discount. I would even go to growth. This is the plan I use and I highly recommend. But since you guys are starting, you don't need that plan yet. Okay, when you do purchase your Kajabi account, you will get a thank you email from my agency where you can have exclusive discounts on the done for you services that we offer. So on this link that I'll share on the chat, you guys can access the 50% off, and you can also access huge discounts with my agency. Okay, so I'm just going to share that link publicly so you all have it. If you're ready to sign up, you just have to go to solusync.com/Kajabi, and there you already have the discounts attached. Okay, so you just have to choose which plan, Kickstarter, Basic, Growth, or Pro, and then proceed. And you can see how much you will be saving with this offer. solusync.com/Kajabi, and go ahead and sign up. This is not available on Kajabi's website. The only thing that you can get on Kajabi's website is a 14-day free trial. Okay? So I highly suggest you use that. Maybe you don't want to pay ahead, so you don't want the 50% off, then you can go to mariataveras.com/Kajabi and you have the link to a 50% offer, 3 months for $99, or a 30-day free trial. Okay, it depends on which one you prefer. I would go for 50% off because I know you're going to sell, because I know you're going to sell to start making money online, because I'm guiding you on the exact steps that you need. Okay, so now that we want to build, let me use my prompt to create this digital product inside Kajabi. Okay, we're going to build this full product so you guys know how this works. I created a trial account to build this with you guys live, so that I didn't have to show you inside my dashboard and you guys get confused or anything. So when you start on Kajabi and you sign up, you will receive a confirmation instruction emails. You must click here and verify your email if you really want to start using your Kajabi account. Without confirming your email, you will not be able to sign in, okay? So I'm going to click here on verify your email. And the email I think I used, okay, was this one. Let me say that. It's asking me which products are you interested in building. For now, a course and a digital download. Do you currently run a business? I'm interested in starting. We don't have a website yet. Industry is business. Followers, let's say we don't have more than 1,000. We're starting from scratch. I'm new to this platform. Well, I have a guide. How did you hear about? From another creator or influencer, Maria Cristal. Okay. Which platform that was? Well, depends on where you are now. I think, for example, if it was Claribel, she's on LinkedIn watching this. Okay. So here it's going to ask you for your address. It's a must because on your marketing emails, your business address will always show. So you have to define which address you will use. I'll just put one quickly there. And now we're inside the Kajabi dashboard and ready to build. This is how it looks. It's very simple. It's very clean. You basically have here the dashboard to know what's going on with your business in the last days, your products, and with Kajabi, you can create online courses, coaching, community, podcast, newsletter, or downloads. Courses for me are like a hub. If you don't want to create a course, then it's a resource hub for your clients, and you can add videos, audios, downloadables, and have a login for them to access. Inside sales, you can work on your offers, your pay, watch your transactions, cards, invoices, affiliates, etc. You can build your website, you can build your landing pages, you can do email campaigns, you can build funnels, you can do evergreen webinars. You don't need MailChimp, you don't need Active Campaign, you don't need School, you don't need, what else? You don't need Teachable or Thinkific, or pay for a podcast platform to launch your podcast. It's all here. You don't need Substack. And basically that's it, right? For community coaching, you're not going to need Calendly for people to schedule your coaching sessions. It's all inside Kajabi. So now it's time to build, right? All right, so let me open here and get to build my product inside Kajabi. So we said this is going to be a cheat sheet. And first of all, we can create a downloadable product if we want. That could be enough, or build it as a course. If you want, let's build a download product so you guys know how it works. So I'm going to products, downloads, click on get started. And it's asking me, what's the title? The title is Scrum Exam Cheat Sheet, Pass with Confidence in 7 days or less. Our product description. Here we have it. And we need a thumbnail image. Since we already built everything with AI, and just so you know, I had no idea I was going to do this live. Imagine what you can accomplish when we work together. I'll just screenshot this for the moment and add it here. Please don't do that. Like, don't screenshot things. Please, when you're building, actually export, add a file name to your content and so on. But for now, I'll just do this because we don't want to lose time going inside Canva and building. Okay, let's click next. And I would have to choose my file. So imagine I already have my cheat sheet ready. Imagine it's that image and it's a PDF file. Then I upload my file, I click next, and it's asking me, will it be free or paid? Okay, since I have not connected any payment processor, it's making me build a free offer. Okay, but I'm going to click connect. Imagine I'm going to use Kajabi Payments. Kajabi Payments is Stripe white labeled. You can use Apple Pay, Google Pay, and so on and so forth. And just click here. Share if you're an individual, a company, or whatever it's going to be. Click continue and go on every single step until you connect your Kajabi Payments if you're in a country that accepts Kajabi Payments. Otherwise, connect Stripe and PayPal. Okay. For now, I'm not going to finish that process. I just wanted it to kind of think I connected so I can access the payment. And here we are going to put this cheat sheet as a one-time payment of $27, and we'll let customers pay what they want. If they want to pay $47, go ahead. Payment method, I don't have any yet. That would be Kajabi Payment, Stripe, or PayPal. Click next. It has to be a PayPal business account. And my product is complete. Okay, so continue viewing this product. If I click here to preview, this is how my students will see this. Okay, my file, they download. When they log in, that usually it's yourdomain.com/login. Okay, you see it's not branded. That's fine, because I can provide you with the templates with all the persuasive framework for you to start building today. If you sign up with my link, just forward the email to me. The same email will say, forward this if you want more bonuses. And I can provide you with a template for you to have this prettier than that. For example, if we go to website, click it and choose any template just for the example, because you can't upload a template until you've added a template. I know it's weird, but that's how it works. Okay. So while this is thinking, now we build a cheat sheet, but I would also love to build an online course. However, we're still missing some steps. So now we already have the design. Look, now my login takes what I added as a template. When you sign up with my link, forward me, and I will provide you with my template. Let me see if I find it as English template. Website template that already has like the framework of what you have to say on your own website. So you upload this and you start changing, where I tell you to include your products, your services, your elevator page. You upload, you click on set to live, and let's say we preview this. Where's the preview here? This is what you will be uploading. So you bring an eye-catching headline, your subtitle. I already gave you the framework. Here will be your first freebie or lead magnet. You change the images, the content about you. And I gave you a framework you're going to add to AI and build for you. Okay. And then our login now looks like this. You will have to change your logo. Now it's based on the templates I added for you. Okay. That I will give to you. Now let's go to sales and offer. And it's very important to come here because products on Kajabi are completely separate from offers. Why? Because the offer is the checkout and you can have different pricing plans. So for example, it already built this offer for me, and I should come in and add an internal title, for example, Scrum cheat sheet. And I always add internally the pricing so I know what it is about. I can add the image that represents my content. I can define when people will have access. Maybe I'm pre-selling. How much access will they have for 1 year, 365 days? A post-purchase page, a post-purchase email, and I can come inside, edit checkout, and modify my content. Okay? So here, for example, this checkout, I can completely change it so that it actually shows my content. I can add more fields like the name, the phone number if I want to know from the person that's purchasing. I can hide this banner. And basically, she just has to add her content, the real file, and start making money with this. It's all ready. She has the link. She shares it on her socials. And people buy and they access the product. Okay? So inside your offer, you can add a description of the product if you want. You can add, as I said, a post-purchase email and page. It could be a landing page that you create, or it could be a custom thank you page. And we just add here a copy, save, so you can preview this. People buy it would say, you did it. Your Scrum exam cheat sheet is on the way. Check your email for instructions. Okay? You're now one step closer to becoming a certified Scrum Master. You can also add a custom email that says, hi, thank you for your purchase, blah, 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 blah. Do you need any help? Reach out. All right? We already created our checkout. Let's say we will create our bump offer. If I want to add a bump offer, I would have to create an additional offer, call it bump, so I don't forget that that's my bump offer. Let's say I already had the products created, or no products. If you just want to check out on Kajabi without any products attached, you can do that as well. Now I can come inside my original product, click on order bump, select my new bump offer, and add the information for a bump offer here. Okay. Look, special add-on, get the Agile Terms Decoder. For just 12, you get, so people will click yes, and instead of selling 27, you would actually be selling $39. Okay. What else can we add? We can add a sales page to connect this to, but since it's a very low ticket, I think with the checkouts is more than enough, and you can work with that. Okay. How are we doing? Let me see, because I'm not even seeing what you guys have been saying. Okay, there's no new comments. All right, so let's go back to our presentation. We launched this product inside Kajabi. We added a post-purchase onboarding experience, and now we want to think of her high-ticket offer, because we don't only want her to sell low-ticket offers, okay? So now let's try to build a high-ticket offer for her value ladder, okay? Let me open my Google Doc where we will be sharing this high-ticket offer. And the high-ticket offer based on her low tickets will be the Scrum Career Accelerator. Land your first Agile role in 90 days. It's a done with you program where she will provide support, structure, feedback, not just information. Okay. And here we have it. Imagine this is the program, the Scrum Career Accelerator. Land your first Agile role in 90 days. Done with you. It solves more who's the ideal clients, the deliverables, strategy call, weekly group coaching, portfolio projects, a one-time payment of $2,497. I really hope, Claribel, if she had no idea of her high-ticket offer, just because you attended this free training, that's ready for you. Okay? And now I want to do the same as I did before and actually create my full product inside Kajabi. However, since this is a high-ticket offer, we don't want people to just see a sales page and go check out. We want people to go through an application. So we can actually now create a video that we will place on our application page. Okay, so let me create that sales video, and then we will want to build this product inside Kajabi as well. Since I already showed you how to create a downloadable product, I'm going to show you how to create a course product or a program, certification, whatever it is. Okay, so my application for this high ticket page will have the following video. It will say, if you made it this far, congratulations. That already tells me something important about you. You're just not browsing. You're serious about taking your career to the next level, and you're ready to do the work. So now she wants to explain everything. This is a high-level coaching container, and access is by application only. So if that sounds like you, click the button below, blah, blah, blah. I personally review everything. It's not a robot, whatever it is. Then people will fill in the application form, and if during the call she thinks this person qualifies, then she sends them to checkout. So we have to have everything ready for her to actually check out. Okay, so let's go and start building this inside Kajabi as well. Okay, let me go and add everything here, all the details of what I need. These are all the frameworks I provide in my personal one-on-one coaching program that also takes 90 days. Okay, so let me go back So some things here. And now I want to create a course product where people will access part of this accelerator. Okay. So what do we want to include here? We will build the program called Scrum Interview Accelerator. Speak with confidence, get a job. Okay. And a description. If I already know all the modules and lessons I'm going to include, I don't need to toggle this on. If I don't, I toggle it on, and based on what I shared, I will build. Kajabi and AI will pre-build my structure. So let's click next for you to see the structure. Since we already defined kind of brand colors, I'm going to use this thumbnail image, and I'll just use those colors to create this new product. Okay, let's say it would be this color. So my background, so everything works accordingly. Okay, let's click next. It's a paid offer, and we said it's going to be no, wait, because I got something wrong here. Wait, because I need to fix my content. I didn't provide AI with the correct information that I needed to actually build this. So I didn't realize, because I was in automatic pilot, that this, oh no, yeah, it says the accelerator. Okay, ignore what I said. Now let me click next. And here we're going to put Scrum Career Accelerator, land your first Agile role in 90 days. Okay. Now that we have the correct description, we have our branding colors, and it's going to be a one-time payment of $2,497. In case she wants to offer a payment plan, it could be, for example, payment plan of $925, 3 monthly payments. Okay, so it depends on, that's why Kajabi separated products from offers, because everything has to be separate. So here, one-time payments of $2,497 for now. I'm going to click next. And since I toggled AI on, it's pre-creating all modules and lessons for me. Okay, so let's wait until it finishes. And same, we will need a post-purchase email. Look, this is already built in. If we preview, let's see, it's not going to show modules and lessons unless I publish them. So this is how it looks. And basically, if we publish content, so that you can see the difference on how your students will see this. Let's click preview again. We went from this to this. Okay, and those are theirs. You have the lessons. You can go back to your offer and define, as I said, internal title, description, the access date. Let's say that she's pre-selling this, so she launches today in a webinar, but she says the access dates will be on August 11th, and you only have access for 1 year to the content. An existing landing page could be the thank you page, their confirmation, where it says congratulations on taking the first step toward your agile career, etc. A post-purchase email that we can actually build an email sequence, but I'm not going to go so thorough here. We can on another training show that. So, but we can build an email sequence, like a post-purchase email sequence. Welcome to the Scrum Accelerator. Here's what's next. We received your application, whatever it is. Subscribe people to that sequence. Okay, let's click save. We can add an image. And remember, we were talking about our upsells. So we come in, click on get started, and we start adding our upsells and downsells, titles, description, and the video that we already have the video sales letter for. Okay, then we would go to checkout and make sure we edit all of this content. So for example, I can have here my description. I can hide this banner. I can add more fields on my form fields. Sorry, I'm going fast because basically I just want to move on forward with this. And we can even add a bump offer if we had one. Okay, so let's say I designed very pretty a bump offer here. I can add it to my checkout. Special add-on, get the job interview script. Okay. Now, when we already have that sales offer ready, we actually want to go to websites, landing pages, and create a new landing page. Or if you sign up with my link, I can give you one of my sales page templates. Okay. Let me see if I have a sales page here with the structure that you need for the copy, and you just upload this, change colors, change fonts, adapt it to your own brand, and fill in the copy. If you want, you can even work with me one-on-one to fill this in. So based on the colors we already chose, we can come here, we can change favicon if we had one. We can change the colors. For example, the primary color here would be the blue, as we mentioned before. Oh, I didn't copy the blue color. Let me try again. There we go. Font as well. Let's say we would be using Poppins and Mooley. This color with black. Let's see how that looks. So you would import this sales page that I pre-created for you. Then you can start changing out the content. So for example, how to achieve your desired result in just that time frame. We would have here the headline. How to land your first agile role in 90 days, even if you've never worked in a Scrum team before. Then we can add our sub-headline. Discover the 5-step framework, blah, 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 blah. We would add her video sales letter. We already have here on hide the video and add your own video here because I already provided you with your video sales letter. Okay. You can add a timer depending when you will close the cart, the urgency timer. Okay. Then we want people to feel their primary frustration. You got certified, but now what? The job listings want 2 years of experience. Interviews feel like a different language. You're motivated, you're smart and ready, but you feel stuck. We add that content here, okay? And you start building your sales page based on what I've taught you and the copy framework I'm providing here, okay? Real results, real people. You can add testimonials here. Make them see their future. Imagine, for example, finally being able to say, I got the job, okay? You have some call to actions. You can change the name. Here will be your information. This is me and Brendan Bouchard at the Kajabi Partner Retreat back in Napa. We had a mastermind with Brendan. Thank you, Kajabi, for that. That was an exclusive 8-partner retreat we had based on where their top affiliate partners. So here you would add your information as the Agile educator, change your image, then go down and talk about the benefits. And here as well, I add an image on the sales page where I am with Jay Cron and Kenny, the Kajabi founders, Brendan Bouchard, and current CEO Ahad. That way you can see that I'm not just showing you Kajabi. I understand Kajabi. I build on Kajabi. I also have my business on Kajabi. So I'm not the kind of person that comes teaching you based on what others, how Kajabi works, but how I know an online business works, okay? So you would add all the benefits and so on, change the colors for whatever you need, add your own images here, for example, could be our mock-up, if we build a mock-up of the accelerator, more social proof, what exactly they will have, and here we will add the 12-week structure, 30 video lessons, private support group. But before we talked about benefits, then we can talk about what it actually includes. If we have any bonus section, we can add that as well. So we would add here all our bonuses. Okay. Then we have our price block, and obviously we know that our product is $2,497. Okay. One-time payment. or join now for just $2,497. And here we can explain what it includes: full 90-day coaching program, job-ready templates, private group, expert guidance, okay? And we can say only 10 spots available this month. There we go. Align to the left. Then you can add a guarantee block if you have one, FAQ section. What if I don't have experience? How is it different from a certification? When does it start? Is this one-on-one or group, etc.? And a final call to action. When you have that sales page ready, remember I can gift you the same page with all that copy. You just have to copy everything, put it on ChatGPT, and allow AI to help you build, or on Claude, whatever you prefer to use. But it's very important that on this call to action, you come in and change the call to action to the pop-up checkout of the offer we just built. So now if I preview this and click unlock, now people can actually pay and they will instantly get access to my program. Remember though, she will only send this checkout for people that apply because it's through application, okay? So let me see if we have any comments for now. Hi, so happy you guys are here. I hope you're learning a lot and can launch your own online business, okay? So let's say we finished that, we created our application video, but we never created a high ticket application page that actually converts. So we could change that sales page to that content, okay? You can also create a full email sequence if you want for people that already purchased, so that you can actually help them join, not only join, but consume the content, watch the lessons, etc., etc. You can define strategic thank you pages, etc. And how do we attract people to come here? We can launch a webinar, okay? So based on everything we know, now we can say, okay, now let's create our webinar script. So you get motivated to actually launch this. How? You create a free training just like this one. You educate people, allow them to actually gain value from this free masterclass, webinar, whatever you want to call it. And then you pitch the offer or invite them to apply to the accelerator in this case. So very quickly, I'm using AI to build the idea of the script. It says, for example, an empathetic introduction. Hi, I'm so glad you're here. If you've ever felt overwhelmed. Oh, it's talking about building a business. No, that's all I need for the Scrum Accelerator. You know, AI, if you're not very specific, it's going to do whatever it wants. So now it was building a webinar for me instead of for the Scrum Accelerator, okay? So what else can we do? Well, we build this script. Then after we have that script, let's create a full funnel. And then we can have an opt-in page, like the opt-in page where you guys signed up to this training, a confirmation page, a series of an email sequence to remind people 1 day before, 1 hour before, 15 minutes before, come join. And after your webinar, then send them the replay, the urgency, the last call to enroll, like that full sequence. You can use AI as well to build that for you. So very fast, just for you to see this. I mean, for Claribel, she can literally launch as soon as she wants, because here is her full webinar script. So the class would be from certified to hired, the 3-step path to land your first agile role. Hey, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you're watching this, her personal story, common mistakes people commit, the method, the results, and then if this resonates with you, apply for the Scrum Career Accelerator. Okay? Bonuses, pricing, guarantee, all of that she would show live. Do you want now to be able to create your full funnel? On Kajabi, I also have a prompt for that. And I know you guys want all of these prompts, and you can access all of these prompts. Stay till the end. I'll share you how, okay? So let's say we were going to create, check this out. Kajabi is the best. If you have to sign up, remember solutions.com/Kajabi. Now I would go to marketing, funnels, click on get started, and let's find a webinar funnel. This one, for example, someone will give you an opt-in page, confirmation, 4 emails, reminders, 5 sales emails, sales page, and checkout. Create the funnel. What is the name of my funnel? It's going to be land your first agile job in 90 days. The meeting link, I could either create a YouTube link or a Zoom link and add it here. For example, if it would be this same training, I'll just use this link, add it here. Webinar time, let's say it would be on August 4th, 11 a.m. Eastern time. And my offer is my accelerator. I click create funnel and it's going to pre-build everything for me. My opt-in page, my confirmation page, my emails, but obviously you would have to come in and start modifying all the content, okay? So look at this. Kajabi created your registration page. If I click on here, copy link, I can access that opt-in page. I could add here, land your first agile job. It already shows the dates, people sign up, right? You can add who's it for, what you'll learn, etc. Then people go to a confirmation page. Let me go back to my funnel. There's the email sequence you have to come in and modify, all the reminder emails and the post events emails. You have your confirmation page, and you put you're in, your spot is confirmed for this free masterclass. Look, we can add here all this content, okay? You're just taking the first step toward your agile career. Now I'm not going to worry about colors and branding. I just want you to show it pre-builds everything for you. You can change all the emails 1 day before, 1 hour before, 15 minutes before. And since it builds a sales page for you and it's not the one you actually want, you can come in, add a page, add your own sales page that we already created, and remove the one that we won't use, okay? And there you have it. Now, if you share this opt-in page, people sign up, they watch your class, they get reminder emails, post events, they get sales emails, they go to the sales page, they purchase, they go to checkout, and they access your products. That, by the way, now you have to do 2 things inside Kajabi, and it is, let's go back. If people actually purchase the accelerator, we want to unsubscribe them from that sequence, okay? So automations, when offer is purchased, then deregister from the event, the webinar event. Otherwise, they will purchase and they will continue receiving sales emails. And last but not least, you have to add your own branding to your product. If we preview this, this is how it looks now. But you can come and customize, choose your own a template and start customizing it according to your brand. Or we can install a template that I can provide you. For example, let me see if I have, for example, people that actually work in Spanish, I always provide them a product template in Spanish so they don't have to translate anything inside Kajabi. This is an example of one of my clients, the product template that we built for him. Let's see, just so you can see the difference between how it comes and how everything could change, okay? So if I now activate my client's template and preview, we went from this to this. You see how different it could look? My client is a food photography instructor and coach, okay? So look how different it could be. If you go inside a lesson, you can define the colors, what you're gonna have on your sidebar. There's so much you can do inside Kajabi, okay? To make everything according to your brand. So keep on using AI to define your lead magnets, to help you define your metrics. Another thing we can do is, now that we know everything, what are our products, then we can have a one-page website that, based on the templates I provided for you, you come in and complete with all this information. Okay. And finally, plan your launch. Okay. So that's basically how we can use Kajabi. That's how we build and publish fast. So if you haven't yet, and yes, remember, you can start with AI, go ahead and click on solosync.com/Kajabi and sign up for your 50% off plan. Let me add it here so you guys can, solosync.com/Kajabi for a 50% off for 1 full year. And you can start making money. Okay. Let's remove this ticker so it doesn't drive anyone crazy. Okay. And if you guys want my team's help, remember, with that 50% off, you also have some exclusive discounts that we can offer you. As soon as you sign up, you're going to receive an email. It says Kajabi bonus, and you'll find all the details right there that you want. Okay. So as we mentioned before, we started talking, before we even created this product, of why people actually fail online. Okay. And I don't want to end this training without going back to this. Why is it that people fail when they're trying to sell online? It's not because they're competing on price. It's not because they're focused on the paralysis per analysis. It's because they're selling without having a strategy. It's because they're relying on what we called before the hope marketing. Hope marketing is when you post your offer and hope someone buys. You need a strategic marketing system, a repeatable method that leads to predictable sales. Okay. So now you actually have two paths: or you keep praying for sales, or you follow a proven method. And there are 3 types of buyers in any market that I want to introduce to you very quickly. The decided buyer. This buyer already knows they need your product or service. They're actively looking. They only need a buy now button. Okay. The downside, everyone, literally everyone, is trying to grab their attention. Then you have the confused buyer. They know they need help, but they keep postponing this. They're not actively looking to purchase something. But here you have 20% more than the decided buyers. So this is where you have to try to sell. And with the lost buyer, this person has a problem but doesn't even realize it. Okay, they're not even searching for a solution. But this kind of customer is 100% more abundant. Okay, this is the hidden treasure of your market. A lost buyer isn't looking because they don't know there's a solution for them. Think someone with high stress and bad sleep who hasn't realized that they actually need coaching or wellness support. If you can educate this person, this buyer, awaken them, then you get loyal customers. Okay, so please focus on trying to sell to confused and lost buyers ideally. Okay, and forget about the one-step marketing where you ask people, do you want to buy my product? No. We actually, that's for decided buyers, decided customers. We will focus on a 3-step marketing where you first add value, give to people before you ask. I haven't asked anything of you guys today, just adding value. Teach something helpful, solve a problem, create quick wins for them, because this triggers 2 important psychological responses: reciprocity and authority. And then we start building a relationship. Now it's time to connect. You start conversations, not monologues. You share your story. You create a sense of community. You show what happens behind the scenes. You're dropping hints that something big is coming. You're not selling. you're building anticipation and increasing trust. And finally, then you come in with an offer. Only after you've been providing value and creating a connection. Now you can make an offer. But this is not just a price and a link. You make it irresistible by activating triggers like scarcity, only 10 spots left, urgency, this card closes on August 8th, detachment, if it's not for you, it's okay. Others are ready to join. The sales will become a natural next step, not a push. Okay? So it's very important to follow that. Before you sell, create a relationship, grow a qualified audience, people who are connected to you because they're interested in what you sell or what you say. Okay? Focus on your confused and lost buyers. The bottom of your iceberg. Decided buyers already want to buy from whoever. Every January, they go and sign up to any gym. Okay? If you focus on providing value to confused and lost buyers, guess what? When they're ready to buy, who will they actually buy from? If someone has been learning from you, watching your content, reading your emails, and another random person shows up with the same offer, who will they choose? They choose you because you once helped them. Okay? This is the strategy that will help you build a profitable online business. And you might be thinking, how do I apply this to my business? Two decision systems we have. The emotion, boom, 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 or the reasoning. These are your brain, and your client's brain has two decision centers. The emotional limbic system or the rational neocortex. Which one do you think makes the first move? Emotion. This is my favorite dessert. Chocolate mousse. Dominican chocolate mousse. I live in the Dominican Republic. It has cake inside. It's not just a mousse. Who hasn't said, oh, I deserve this, while eating something unhealthy? It happens with purchases. We justify with logic what was already decided emotionally. Okay? I'm that kind of person that always says, I deserve this. You, from today on, will always remember Maria Cristal and that free training, because I don't want you to sell logic. You will sell emotions. You won't explain your product. You have to make them feel something. Okay? And for that, you're going to use your mental triggers, psychological cues that spark action without conscious effort. Okay? They are simple persuasion techniques that work on the mind to drive action. Whether that's buying a product, signing up for something, or saying yes, you influence their decision. Triggers work by making people pay attention or act, buy, sign up, engage. Okay? This happens when you add emotions and sensations, urgency, exclusivity, authority. These are the kind of feelings we want to trigger. I need to act now. Not everyone gets this. I must go and take it. Oh, this person actually knows what they're doing. Have you thought about that during this training? Do you feel like I know what I'm actually doing? Okay. But you can only do all of this if you're completely honest and transparent. Mental triggers only work if your audience trusts you. Because if they ever feel like you're manipulating them, they'll back away fast. So please use these tools to help, never to trick someone. Have you ever been given in a restaurant, when they bring your check, a treat? Do you feel like you want to give more tips to the person who served you? That's reciprocity. It happens when you add value to others. Okay? So my launch methodology combines mental triggers in a strategic sequence. The goal isn't to use a bunch of mental triggers randomly. No, it's to use the right ones at the right time. Okay? And that's why we break it in simple strategies. Value. Here you attract people. How? Providing value. Give first. When you help someone, they naturally want to give back and you activate reciprocity. Show that others are engaging, learning, or getting results, and tease what's coming next. So people stay curious. Give them anticipation. Okay? You also want to make them feel like they're not alone. People want to belong. So when someone joins your challenge, watches your stories, comments, they feel part of something. You have to build your community. I have my Kajabi referrals group in WhatsApp that when one person shares a win, everyone feels inspired. Oh, if they sold, I can sell too. Okay? Then we start building the relationship, building trust. When people are emotionally invested, watching our free trainings like this one, opening our emails, they feel compelled to continue. It's momentum. And you start building your authority. People listen to experts. Okay? This is my client, Dr. Mao. He has more than 1 million followers on Instagram. One day he found me online. He's like, hey, I want to launch my online course. And he built a diabetes course. Okay? So he's always sharing valuable content. During the pandemic, he started sharing content online. And now he's making money not only as a doctor, but with his online business as well. Okay? People listen to those they see as experts. But your authority is not in you, it's in how others see you. So connect with people, have conversations. Not everyone will like you, and that's okay. That's when you start gaining momentum. When not everyone agrees with you, when you have your own voice online, okay? And use a lot of storytelling. Stories create connection, emotional impact. It's okay if you only have friends and on socials, your family. You still can launch your online business. You don't need thousands of followers. I started the same way. But now with the mental triggers I've provided you, your content can attract the right audience, okay? And get people to actually buy. Let's make these sales happen. This is where your transformation begins. Now you have to present your offer clearly. You already added value. You created your relationship. So let's make the sale happen. And since what's limited becomes more valuable because something is hard to get or it's available for a short time, we give it more value. So you have to use mental triggers for scarcity. Okay? Make them feel it's exclusive. Why does this sequence matter? Because you can't introduce scarcity before you're giving value. That's one common mistake, trying to sell too fast before trust, before desire has been built. If you skip these steps, your offer feels salesy. But when you follow a sequence, value, relationship, offer, everything feels natural. It grows the desire with every step. People go from doubting to I want it right now. And yeah, you might think that sounds too easy or this starts making sense. How do I sign up? Every skeptical person has a BS radar. But when they see you're giving real value, real results, real stories, it drops and they say, I want in. Okay? But always do this with detachment. If they say yes, they're in. Great. If not, it's okay. Never sound too desperate to sell. Position your offer like, I believe in what I create. I know it works. I'd love to support you, but only if you're ready to commit. Okay? Do you, based on everything we've seen, feel like you know how to sell? Maybe you guys entered this free training thinking, I don't even know how to sell. This is not my thing. But I wasn't born knowing how to. It's a learned skill. Sales are basically techniques. Okay? It's like following a recipe. You do that recipe more and more, you become a master at it. Okay? Have you guys liked these tools that I've shared with you today? Because knowing how to use mental triggers is not enough. You need to use them in the right sequence. Like baking a cake. You have the best ingredients, you add them in the wrong order, it won't rise. Okay? The 3-step marketing is not enough to know about mental triggers. You have to apply them in the right sequence to guide people through their decision process. Okay? If people aren't ready to buy, then you have to give them more value, show them where they're going to begin, what you can give them, confidence, motivation. If you skip to buy now immediately, you lose them. Okay? And that's one of the biggest mistakes when launching a business. Trying to sell first. But you know, another mistake? Thinking you need to record everything before selling. I just created from scratch. I don't even know her. I don't even know about the agile method myself. But using AI, we built a full accelerator program. Imagine now she thinks, oh, I have to record everything before I start making money. No, that is the slowest and riskiest way to launch. You spend weeks or months creating, filming, designing, only to realize no one wants that. No. Okay, that's the slow path, the one I don't recommend. You create the product first, then maybe try to sell it. And this is how most people start, recording an entire course even before validating it. The efficient path is to sell first, then create it, only if it sells. Okay? This is how a real online business is launched. Or think of real estate developers, architects, engineers. They sell before they build. You can do the same. And this is called a seed launch. Your first launch to validate your idea, get paid before creating anything. You don't need a big audience. You don't need a full course. All you need is a simple live presentation where you teach something valuable, useful, present your idea, invite people to sign up, then you deliver the course live week by week. This is what cures that procrastination, because you force yourself to deliver on the promise. This strategy is gold. When you've got students who are ready to pay, or they already paid, you show up. You won't delay. You deliver, because there's a real deadline and real accountability as well. A seed launch keeps you from postponing your dreams. Okay? So, in your live session, you will teach 3 to 5 mistakes your audience is making. Let's call it live training, live webinar, whatever. Then show them and activate reciprocity, authority, curiosity. Okay? You activate mental triggers. And we covered it all today. All of them. Okay? We didn't just talk about marketing theory. You experienced these triggers in action throughout this class. You saw how I started adding value, create anticipation, build trust, and now you're feeling ready to decide and work with me. And then you can scale. After your seed launch, you scale with a classic launch, but you will have a validated offer, you will have collected testimonials, you're not invisible anymore. Now you're going to reach more people, multiply your sales. I have clients like Leslie. In her first launch, she made $12,500. My Deville in her first week made $6,000, and now she's made over $500,000. And Lisa, in less than 10 days, we sold her coaching program and made $23,000 in sales. I think profit was about 63%. Okay? This method I'm teaching you works for experts in businesses, business owners with products or services, aspiring entrepreneurs who don't know what to sell. It doesn't matter where you're starting. What matters is that you have a will to launch. How can you actually launch? If you're an expert or a professional, you can fill your calendar with this strategic marketing I'm showing you. You can create and sell a digital product as an expert, or launch another expert in your behind the scenes, okay? Or even launch someone in a completely different niche than what you already do. Or maybe you're a business owner. Now you can scale your current sales, or you can create an educational product in your niche, or start in a new niche and diversify. And finally, the aspiring entrepreneur. 2 ways to start from scratch. Yes, this works. You can create and launch your first online training, or launch someone else who has valuable knowledge. You can start right now. So what will you do? You're going to keep waiting or apply this proven method? Keep relying on the hope marketing to see if it works, or use a system that works to launch? Who here is committed to the success of their online business? You've seen it's possible to launch from scratch. I created a full business from scratch today. I didn't even know Claribel, who I used as an example. Who's ready to get paid before creating their product? Who's ready to build a scalable business without depending only on social media? This is possible for you. You already know this is real. Now you have no excuse not to have a product ready. You don't need the thousands of followers. You don't need the tech expertise. That's what you have me for. You don't need a huge team. What you need is structure, support, and a proven plan. If you know you need guidance, if you know you need accountability, if you need expert hands to help you, then this is for you. And I want to invite you to my Digital Business Launch Accelerator. I've done this program for 3 years in Spanish already, and I had never launched it in English. So today, I want to finally invite you to the Digital Business Accelerator, a strategic implementation program where my team and I will help you launch your business from scratch in 90 days. This is not a do-it-yourself course. It's an accelerator focused on doing. You'll launch your product step by step over 12 weeks. We will give you the method, the templates, the community, the feedback, and the direct support. We will have 12 live implementation sessions, 2-year access to clean recordings. What I mean is I'm going live every week with you, teaching you, showing you, but then we clean and leave you all the content so you can go step by step, taking action without listening to all the distractions. Why do I do this? I've been in so many coaching programs, high-ticket coaching programs. It drives me crazy when people waste my time. No, I can't watch a full 2-hour recording where I have no value or someone was opening their microphone. No, these are very clean recordings for you to go step by step, divided into lessons. Okay? We will have a private WhatsApp group where you have me inside to support you. All the AI prompts we use today and more for each single step. The sales page template with a full framework and 100 validated product ideas. Plus, you already have a 50% exclusive offer only through Solucing, my agency, at solucing.com/Kajabi. This offer ends on August 4th. The system and the method. What's holding you back? What's holding you back? Look at this. These aren't just numbers. These are real creators who have affiliated with me on Kajabi, who launched and sold from scratch, just like you're about to. These are screenshots this morning from my Kajabi partner dashboard. I've had the honor to support many of these creators, not all of them, from their first $1 all the way to multiple 6 and 7 figures. You don't need to aim to those 1 million for now. I have 4 referrals who already made over $500 to $1 million. You don't need to aim to that now. You could, but what if we just got you at least at your first $5,000 within 10 days? And that's the mission of the Digital Business Accelerator. And not everyone reaches 500 to 1 million, but start making your first $100,000, $10,000, $1,000. In the program, I want to take you to 5,000 at least. These screenshots aren't just numbers. They are real creators who launched and sold starting from scratch, just like you. So sign up today to Kajabi using my affiliate link at soluthing.com/Kajabi and access Digital Business Launch. In this edition as an accelerator, I'll leave the link below on the description, or you can also access the full pre-recorded course when it's ready. You will see the link in the description below. Okay? If you want to join this accelerator, we are starting on August 13 live for full 12 weeks. I'm going to launch with you guys. I'm going to establish a launch date so everyone can actually take action. Okay? So I'm going to share the link to sign up now if you want. Okay? And I would love to have you there. Sign up to the accelerator, and guess what? If you take action before midnight, I have another surprise for you. My team will build for you your sales page, your checkout page, your course setup, up to 10 lessons, your thank you page, your welcome email, but only for those who join today. Your basic sales funnel built for you. Okay? I just shared the link. And you might be wondering, is Digital Business Launch expensive? This sounds all amazing, but is it expensive? And yes, it is. Why? Because how much does it cost to not watch your own kids grow? How much does it really cost to dream of a trip, of a dream house, dream education, and never take it? This isn't just about your life, and I want to transform your life. I'll guide you. You have to do your part. This is about your family's future. We're not talking about price here. We're talking about freedom, the ability to decide how you spend your time, your energy, and your legacy. Time doesn't come back. And every day you wait is another day you could have taken a step towards financial freedom. Let's not waste more of it. You saw today everything that's possible when you work with me. Okay? Not knowing how to sell, it's lost time and lost money. If you're learning to sell, you're learning to lead your future. Inside this accelerator, inside Digital Business Launch, I'm going to teach you how to sell with clarity, integrity, and confidence. You now have 3 options. You've watched this training. You've seen what's possible. First option is do nothing. In my opinion, the worst decision. Because you're not just saying no to an offer, you're saying no to freedom, you're saying no to your family, to your legacy. Doing nothing means continuing with the same results you've been getting today. It means saying, not now, maybe later, I'll figure it out one day, someday, which turns into never. And if that's you, I'll say this with love, don't join. I only want people who are truly ready, who are truly committed to their family, to their financial freedom, to their legacy. I'm committed to help you win, but only if you're committed to. I know we can build something powerful together. Your second option is to try to do this alone. But doing it alone costs more time, more energy, and it delays your dream. How long have you already been waiting to start? What more can you lose? How much longer will you postpone your goals? Trying to figure this all alone will cost you months or years. Time that you could actually be spending building, growing, learning, and earning money. Okay? And third is the ideal choice for those who actually want to reach $5,000 in 10 days by building a digital business from scratch. This is a decision to take real action, okay? To let go of someday and say, let's go today. Join the accelerator, get support, and finally launch with clarity and structure, okay? Thank you so much for being here with me today. I really hope this changed something in your mindset and how you can see your future and your vision with your online business. Remember, sign up today to join the accelerator, or at least sign up to Kajabi and start building with what you learned here. Okay? Thank you so much for being part of this. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.